guys, welcome back to our channel. Today is dedicated to another DIY dollar store but Halloween version. So I already did a fall DIY. That one's more for all you guys that are into like the farmhouse style. But I think that even if you are, you're going to enjoy this video as well. I didn't think it would be fair to only put out content for one specific person or one specific group of people. I had to do a Halloween version too. So that's what today is all about. I love how all of these turned out. I can't wait for you guys to see this. And I wasn't expecting to do an entire mantle and like fireplace from the dollar store, but it's funny because everything that I ended up doing besides one thing ended up on my mantle. I feel like that's also pretty cool to be able to decorate your entire fireplace like that focal point of your living room. Sorry, I keep kicking my stand. The focal point of your living room at the dollar store. Like that is a win-win in my book. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you haven't yet, hit the red subscribe button, make sure you do that. And if you like this video, make sure to also give it a thumbs up. Starting with our Halloween banner, I just ripped up a few pages out of a book I got from the dollar store. I taped one page onto a print page and then I ran it through the printer. If you want to just handwrite it, that's totally fine. I use the font Ravenscroft. I'll have it right here down below. And then I just cut the pages to look more like a banner. I used a chain that I also found at the dollar store and I hooked two chains together. So this is two different chains and that was the length of my mantle. Using any kind of ribbon, you can just tie the banner around each of the chains. Moving on to our bats, I got a couple sheets of Posterboard at the dollar store and I got two different sizes of bats. Whatever bats you want to use, that's totally fine. Just grab some kind of template that you can trace around and cut out your bats. Something else I did once they were all the way cut out, I folded up their wings a little bit so they would stick out from the fireplace. And you guys, I actually used hot glue. I tried every kind of tape. Nothing was holding on, so we just used a little dab of hot glue and it ended up being perfect. I also wanted to stick a few bats in my lampshade, and I've done this every single year and I think it's really fun and the kids love it. So this just kind of spruces it up a little bit. And guys, this is so cheap. I got like 18 bats out of one poster board. Moving on to the spell book. This was also a book I found at the dollar store. I printed out the words spell book and then you're going to Mod Podge it on to the book. Using a hot glue gun, I outline the words. You want it to just get a bubbly look. Then I went ahead and drew on like a spider web. You can really be creative and do whatever you want. And then I'm going to trace the spider web with the hot glue. I also stuck on some spiders. You probably can't even tell I just did that. But next, you're going to get a wet paper towel, a damp paper towel, and you are going to fit this over the top and then really just squish it down as much as you can. You can use your fingers. I went in with a paintbrush that was a little bit wet. You just want to get in between all the creases because the book is going to dry like this. Over the wet paper towel, you are going to Mod Podge this. The spider did not turn out how I wanted it to, but this is what the final look looked like. Let it dry for 3 to 4 hours. Then I went ahead with some craft paint and I painted the whole thing black. Then using a tan color, if I had silver or like a metal looking color, I think that would have looked a little bit cooler, but I totally forgot to grab paint, and this was honestly the lightest color that I had, so we just went with it. But I just use my finger for a lot of this, and then also a paintbrush, but you just kind of want to bring out all of those creepy little textures that the book had. And I love how this turned out. It really does look like a spooky little spell book. Now taking a glass jar, I spray painted it black and I printed out the word poison again over a piece of paper that I ripped out of a book. You're going to Mod Podge it on and then Mod Podge over the whole thing. And then I went out in the yard and I just grabbed a couple of branches, spray painted those black, and stuck them in this glass jar. This is also one of my favorites. I grabbed one of these witch hats with the pumpkins on them from the dollar store. You're going to want to unravel all of the pumpkin out of it. You only want the witch hat. Now that you're left with this, we are going to make a fun little witch wreath. These are all things that I also grabbed from the dollar store. So really you can just be as creative as you want. These are going to tie all the ribbon around the wreath. So I just cut these into groups of 3s, and then I cut 5 to 6 inch long pieces of ribbon. And as you can see here, I'm folding it up, like rolling it up the opposite direction. So you want the ends to kind of be weird and crazy looking. That's really the look that I was going for this specific wreath. But again, you can do it however you want. Then you're going to tie it around, and that's how you're going to attach it to the wreath. I also found these at the dollar store. I found them a different day after I had already bought all these supplies. And when I saw this really cute black spider web ribbon, I thought it would be so cute in the witch hat. Then taking the mesh tube, I think that's what it's called. There's really no rhyme or reason to where I put this, but I would just tie it around the back and just kind of had them plopping out everywhere. Then for the final piece, I wanted to make a really pretty bow. This is also ribbon from the dollar store. And if you don't know how to make a bow, just watch another YouTube video. I don't want to go into a whole explanation video on how to do that. But I tied this to the side of the wreath. Now for the legs, I'm showing you guys a few different options of things that I found at the dollar store. So you could cut these legs out. They also had those socks you could fill with cotton. But after I had bought these, I found these at Hobby Lobby. These were $7.99, but I got them for 50% off, so I really paid $4. This is obviously the only thing that's not from the dollar store, but I could not resist. I thought they were the cutest legs. So I did want to show you guys a few other options. If you wanted to do it all from the dollar store, you totally can do it. They do have options of which legs. But I just tie these around. Again, just secure them however you can. And then I also stuck on a spider at the very tip of the hat. And I found that at Dollar Tree as well. I love how this turned out. I think it is such a cute statement, and I cannot believe everything here shown was from the dollar store. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys are liking these videos, make sure to leave a comment below so I know that you guys want to keep seeing these. I enjoy making them. I feel like this is like my my cup of tea. Most of you won't know this, but about 10 years ago, I started a blog on affordable DIYs. I love doing things on a budget, and so I've had a lot of fun just getting creative here on YouTube. So if you guys want to keep seeing these videos, I know I have a ton of ideas for the holidays. I have a few more ideas for Halloween and the fall, but a lot for Christmas. So let me know if you guys are liking these. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!